Hello dears, welcome to Beauty by Heart. I'm Liling, also known as Lulu. Today I will be sharing with you the DIY to the palette, and the palette will be the Lunar Beauty Internal Eclipse palette. This palette is out on the market for a month, and initially the color story doesn't attract me, but lately it's starting to grow on me. So I thought, why not let me dupe the palette first, see if I already have the colors, and then I can decide better to get this palette or not. You see dears, I have a few hundreds palettes right now, and a lot of the colors are getting moody. So this is a very good sign that I'm wasting money and buying too much. Duping the new release palette will let me think twice before I chase after the new release. And for all I know, I already got the colors. So dears, if you are like me who have already a lot of palettes, you may also like to dupe the new release palette before you buy. And then you can make a better decision whether you want to get the new palette or not. So dears, if you happen to like this video, please consider to subscribe. Thank you so much. And now let's get started. This Lunar Beauty Internal Eclipse is a neutral leaning towards the cool tone palette. I'm basing on these two photos to do the color dupes. The first two rows of the palette from the palette photo are the neutral rows, and then the last row is where the colors are. It's a row of grey, blue, gunmetal, black, and these colorful rows add more variety to this palette. And with this last row, we can create a dark, grungy, smoky look. So this is a 15 pan eyeshadow palette. There are 7 matte finish, 1 matte with sparkle finish, and the rest of the 7s are the metallics and the shimmers. Let me start off with the first row from the palette photo, and that will start with the first color, Flare, from the original palette. And the color description for this flare will be an icy peach shade with a gold reflect glitter. However, on both the hand swatch and the palette photos, for these colors I don't see any peach in it. I only feel that this is more to the champagne shade. Probably it's due to the lightings, but closest I can find for my own collection will be this Colourpop Liar Liar, which is a light peach metallic color. And this is the color. This is more peach than the original color. And I find that for this dupe color, it seems more similar in the palette photo rather than the hand swatch photo. If it was to be compared with the hand swatch photo, the original colors will seem to be a little more gold than this dupe. And the second colors from the palette will be Adamantium, which is described as a true silver metallic shimmer. And over here with me, I have this Firefly from Colourpop. In fact, Colourpop has a lot of metallic silver color, and this is a metallic shimmer silver, and it seems to be a pretty spot on dupe. The third color, this is where I find a little more difficult to find because I don't really have such a color. This is Meteor from the Internal Eclipse palette. The color is described as a glitter topper with blue, pink, and gold reflect glitter. And here with me, I have this from Makeup Rising Phoenix. Trust is for the foolish and the dead. What a weird name. Anyway, this dupe color is taupe eyeshadow with an icy grey blue shift. The dupe seems to be more similar compared to the hand swatch photos, but is a little lighter than the original color. The fourth color will be Gold Dust from the original palette, which is described as an antique gold shimmer. And here with me, I have from Colourpop again, this is Two Birds, which is a metallic gold. I'm comparing the dupe colors with both the hand swatch photos and the palette photo, and I find that this color seems to be more gold than antique gold. And the dupe seems more similar to the palette photo than the hand swatch photo. And the last color for the row will be Desert Sky. It's described as a bronze shimmer, which over here I have with me from Makeup Rising Phoenix, Pita, P-T-A-H. This is a bronze gold shimmer with gold sparkle. Comparing the dupe to the hand swatch photo, this seems to be a pretty spot on color, and the original color from the palette photo seems to be a little more red than the dupe. but the quality of the dupe is so soft, so smooth, and so buttery and pigmented. So this is the dupe of the first row, starting from this icy peach color, the silver, this antique gold, and bronze. This is the second row from the palette photo. It seems that this whole row is a row of matte. I love the print on it, which is the crescent moon with the star. Let us start with the first color of this row, which is dusk. It is described as a matte peach. However, from both the hand swatch photos and the palette photo, I don't see any peach color. Probably again it's due to the lighting of the photos. It seems more like a mustardy yellow with a tint of brown. And here I am duping this color with Amy Hart's Beauty. I don't know what is the name of this color because I can't see from the color sticker. It has already been torn off. And anyway, this is a matte mustard yellow brown, which is this color over here. Comparing the dupe to both the hand swatch and the palette photos, this dupe color seems a little bit darker than the original color. And this also seems to be more mustard yellow than the original one. Next color is Rose Tone, which is described as a matte dusty rose. And I have this teacup from Colourpop. I'll say this is a pretty much spot on dupe. And this is a matte dusty rose color, which is over here. The third color from the palette will be Sandstorm, which is described as a matte tawny brown. And here with me I have Sea Stars again from Colourpop. This is a matte medium yellow brown. Again, I find that this is pretty much a spot on color, which is this color. And now the fourth color is a challenging color for me. When I saw the palette photos, this color seems to be easily dupeable, but when I search all my single eyeshadows, no, it doesn't seem to be. I cannot find any matte chestnut brown color in my single eyeshadow collection at all. And even though I pull out the Colourpop Bare Necessities palette where there's a lot of neutral colors, I thought the color crack on is pretty similar, but when it was compared side by side, it is not the same at all. That color was described as a chestnut brown. So even though both described as a chestnut brown, both don't look the same at all. So anyways, I can only pull out this color from Makeup Rising Phoenix. This is the color Lady Terranium. This color is a matte deep reddish brown with a dark red base. And this is the color. Definitely very different from the original color. And this is more red than the original color. And the last color of the second row will be Earthbender, which is described as a matte chocolate brown. And over here with me, I have Keep Smiling from Sydney Grace. This is part of their Winter 2017 eyeshadow bundle, which is already discontinued. This color is a matte dark brown with a warm undertone. And comparing this to both the hand swatch and the palette photo, it seems to be very similar. And so this is the second row color, starting from this color, then followed by this, and this. And this is the last row of the palette. It's a mixture of a shimmer and the matte finish. From the original palette, this Starry-Eyed is the first color, which is described as a gunmetal shimmer with holographic reflect glitter. I'm having a lot of problem finding this shade because I'm not a person into grey, gunmetal. I don't have much of this color range in my collection. The nearest I can find will be from this Makeup Rising Phoenix again. This is Vigilante Rouge. This is an iridescent taupe eyeshadow with a cool tone purple shade. And on the eye, it appears like a frosted eyeshadow formula, which is this color. Definitely very different from the original one because I don't usually buy gunmetal color. And the dupe color seems to be more purple than grey. And the second color from the Eternal Eclipse palette will be Smoke, which is described as a matte deep grey. As I mentioned, I don't buy grey single eyeshadow colors, so I just pull out my Colourpop Smooth Show palette and I find this color, which is Slanted. This is described as a matte charcoal grey. And I find that from this color onwards, the dupes looks very similar to the original color. And this is the color. And I find that this is very similar to the original color. And the third color of the third row will be this Deep Sea, which is described as a deep blue shimmer with a blue reflect glitter. And I don't know, I'm very happy to find this color. Again, this is from Colourpop. Antimatter or Antimatter, depending how you want to pronounce it. This is a metallic turquoise with a deep purple duochrome flip. And again, I find that this is a pretty spot on. This is also very glittery as of the original color, and it has very similar color base and looks very similar. The fourth color is Lagoon, which is described as a matte deep navy color. Here with me, I have Ice Fishing. And again, this is part of the Winter 2017 bundle, which is already discontinued. So I'm not sure whether they still sell this alone as a single eyeshadow. And this is described as a matte navy blue, which is this color over here. And I find that this is a very similar spot on dupe. And the last color from this palette will be Night Sky. And this is described as a matte black with multi-dimensional reflect glitter. This is the matte formula with glitter. So here with me, I have Colourpop Night Dream. The name is very similar. The original color name is Night Sky and this is Night Dream. This is a matte sparkle black with gold, pink and silver sparkles. And in fact, if you have the Smooth Show palette, the grey one, it consists of this color Night Dream as well. From the hand swatch photo, the base of the original color seems to be darker and more pigmented than this dupe. So this is the last row dupe, starting from this color to the grey, to the shimmery blue, to the navy blue, and to the matte black with sparkle. After duping this palette, I personally find that this is about 80% close to the original palette. 3 out of these 15 colors are very different because I don't have this kind of colors. And the rest of the 12 colors are very similar. And in fact, some I would think that this is a spot-on color, same color. The internal Eclipse palette seems to be closely matched. Despite this duping, somehow the internal Eclipse palette is still lingering in my mind. Quality on the hand swatches photos seems to be really very good, very opaque and saturated. I have heard so much good things about this palette as well as the brand itself. So this palette will be in my maybe list, especially when there is a huge discount, then probably I will pick it up and test out the formula. And this is definitely the palette that starts to draw me into Lunar Beauty brand. Alright dears, now it's your turn to share with me. What do you think about this Lunar Eclipse color story? Are you interested in it? Do you intend to pick it up? Or if you have this palette already, can you please share with me what is your experience with this palette? And any other recommended palettes from this brand? Please comment in the comment section below, yeah? Thank you so much. And last but not least, here's an inner beauty tip for us to be more beautiful and more wise. Don't be afraid of the shadows that hide the light. They can only eclipse it for such a short time. Thank you so much for watching dears. If you happen to like this video, please consider to subscribe. Thank you. May you dears have a peaceful, blissful and joyful week ahead. See you next time. Bye! And before you go, please watch these 2 videos over here. Thank you!